from Wilmington, where as we come on the air tonight, millions up and down the coast and inland are bracing for this monster hurricane. The Cape Fear River right here behind me, we witnessed some of the very outer bands, the winds picking up at this hour, and the rain is as well. And there's a good chance that the eye of this hurricane could make landfall right here or just north of here in the early morning hours. The track just out from the National Weather Service, this storm is slowing down, which means it will sit here and pound the coast. Dangerous winds and several feet of rain. It's also growing in size, that flag whipping in the wind in tatters by the end of the day. This hurricane is 500 miles wide, ocean water breaching the dunes already and rushing into the streets. These images from Cape Hatteras tonight. Heavy rain falling, some 70,000 already without power. A nuclear power plant here in the path of this hurricane shutting down already, and the hurricane hasn't even made landfall yet. 1.7 million under evacuation orders tonight. I found shelters today full, sending people elsewhere. At this hour, Hurricane Florence is massive. Tropical storm force winds will stretch, get this, over 100 miles from the eye of the storm in each direction, 200 miles across. We do have the new track tonight, the expected landfall, the time and where, and let's get right to ABC's Gio Benitez. He's some 200 miles north of here on the beach in Kitty Hawk for us, already feeling the storm's wrath tonight. Gio?
David, good evening. We've been feeling these strong winds all day long. And take a look at Kitty Hawk Pier behind me. You can just see those massive waves crashing against the pier. In parts of the Outer Banks, 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts, and this is just the beginning. Tonight, Florence's fury blasting the North Carolina coast, winds churning up the sea, waves crashing over the dunes and into the streets. The sandbags stacked along the shore to hold the water back. No match for a life-threatening storm surge already flooding homes and streets in the Outer Banks. The storm's wrath building by the hour, shredding that flag in Cape Fear. It's 4 o'clock and we're here in Nags Head, North Carolina. Those powerful outer bands are moving through right now. We are getting that rain, and just take a look at those massive waves. The wind is just getting stronger and stronger. Dangerous winds from this massive storm threatening millions tonight. Hurricane force winds stretching across 160 miles. Tropical storm force winds across 330 miles. Tonight, officials with a blunt warning for anyone still on the shore as this hurricane bears down.
We are going to be very limited in responding. So, again, if you're on the beach, the time to go is now.
And Gio Benitez back with us live tonight. And Gio, I know there's a big concern about the storm surge because this storm is simply going to sit here and continue to push water inland.
That's right, David, and this is why those massive waves, that's why this is such a concern. This area is used to dealing with flooding, but not potentially life-threatening flooding. David?
So many of the piers being tested, including the one right there behind you. Gio Benitez leading us off tonight. Gio, thank you. About 150 miles just down the coast from where Gio just was. Those furious winds are also battering Sneed's Ferry, North Carolina. That spot a few miles in from the coast, but the dangerous storm surge is already what they fear most as well. So let's check in live tonight with ABC's Victor Akendo. Victor?
David, we're bracing for potentially catastrophic storm surge, possibly up to 11 feet. We're near the mouth of the New River. It runs from the coast all the way up through Jacksonville. You can see these waves. They're crashing right up over this dock, and a lot of this water will be going inland, and it will flood large parts of the city. Emergency officials tell me that they are expecting an unprecedented amount of rain, possibly up to 3 feet, and they say that if you live in this area and you haven't evacuated, that window has closed. David?
Unfortunately, it has. Victor Akendo with us live tonight as well. Victor, thank you. And as we know, landfall expected at some point right here in Wilmington or just north of here, first thing in the morning. We have the new track for you in just a moment. But first tonight, my interview with the police chief right here in Wilmington. His biggest concern now with this massive storm sitting right off this coast and what we've seen already, the destruction on the barrier islands. Tonight, this is what millions of Americans along this coastline have feared. The outer bands of Florence slamming ashore already. Eye of the storm to take hours away. Along North Carolina's barrier islands and North Topsail Beach, dangerous winds already. Waves crashing through this home, knocking down walls. Water surrounding homes. This garage door smashed. And this hurricane doesn't make landfall until the morning hours. In Avon tonight, strong waves hammering this pier. Water rushing ashore, breaking through the dunes in Hatteras. In nearby Frisco, ocean water flowing like a river down Cape Hatteras Pier Drive. hotels and washing fish ashore. Route 12 here is underwater tonight. Torrential rain with tropical storm force winds bearing down, and authorities are now warning it is almost a certainty that this region will see catastrophic flooding. Rainfall totals predicted to reach 40 inches or more. An 11-foot storm surge expected in some spots. As this storm now moves in and conditions deteriorate, first responders are gathering tonight. The National Guard has been called up. And tonight, Wilmington's chief of police inside the command center telling me his biggest fear as this hurricane approaches, his own family has already evacuated. When you look at that hurricane over your shoulder, what concerns you most?
I see a biblical proportion flood event that's going to occur. I see the beach communities being inundated with water, and destruction is going to be pretty epic in nature. I see areas around our city going to flood like we haven't seen in a very long time.
There is already help coming in from all over the country. Search and rescue teams from Sacramento, 80 first responders from Rockville, Maryland.
Thank you guys for what you do.
And tonight, North Carolina's Governor Roy Cooper with some of those first responders and a final warning.
My message today, don't relax. Don't get complacent. Stay on guard. This is a powerful storm that can kill. Today, the threat becomes a reality.
Authorities are telling residents here to prepare for days without power, perhaps weeks. They also fear the hurricane could flood some 16 nuclear reactors across 3 states. The Brunswick nuclear plant announcing tonight it will shut down, saying they are, quote, currently in the path of Hurricane Florence, and they anticipate the plant site will experience sustained hurricane force winds. With tropical storm force winds now expected to reach more than 300 miles across, many families have now decided on this final night before landfall to get out. The forecast is calling for destructive winds pounding the coast for at least 36 hours and several feet of rain.
It's really somewhat of a gloomy feeling knowing that the coast of North Carolina is going to be changed forever.
On the streets here, a Pray for Wilmington sign and instructions for shelters right beside it. Late today, Governor Cooper saying some 12,000 people are already in shelters. They're now opening even more. Many are already at capacity.
You can see here on the door, it says shelter is full. This is the Covington Elementary School, and we're told some of the folks who are here were actually brought from another shelter that was overflowing because of so many people who want to make sure they're safe during the storm.
Ricardo Romero is one of them.
So that shelter was already full.
Yes.
And overflowing, so they brought you here.
That is correct.
The shelter stretching to keep up with demand tonight. Everyone bracing as this hurricane grows much closer just off the coast tonight. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Ginger Z. Also right